Hello and welcome to AmakhosiTalks. If it is your first time visiting this channel, please do subscribe and don't forget to turn on your post notification bell so that you never miss any future uploads on this channel. Also, please do give this video a like as it helps the channel to reach more Khosi fans out there, and it is also a sign of your love and support. Well guys, it is match day 7 in the DSTV Premiership, and what a fixture do we have on our hands. But first, before doing the match preview, we have to discuss the recent progress in the attempts to secure the availability of Samir Nurkovic and the potential salary increase. Now, as you do remember guys, that Coach Gavin Hunt was the person to break the story into the public regarding the situation around Samir Nurkovic. And since then, there's been a lot of talking that has happened, both with the fans in terms of, do we feel that Samir Nurkovic deserves a raise or not in his salary demands at the club, and Kaizer Chiefs management in trying to sort out the issue as quickly as possible. Now guys, one thing that is encouraging for me is that as the fans, we do seem to be on the same level of understanding when it comes to this whole situation. Because in the previous video which I uploaded on the channel, we were talking about the situation in detail. And what I gathered from your comments guys is that we are all in agreement that the player fully deserves a raise and whatever the club can do in order to keep him happy at the club. Because by no means are we in a state where we can be able to afford to lose Samir Nurkovic. Now, according to kickoff.com, they did try to get clarity on the statement made by the coach over the weekend. But communications manager of Kaizer Chiefs, Vina Maposa, simply played down any confusion and did not give any form of comment on the issue. However, lately, there have been rumors spreading that the club has made Samir Nurkovic an offer of a new contract which will see him become one of the top earners at the club. But as always guys, nothing yet has been officially confirmed by the club, and that for me is a bit of a frustration. We know the difficulties we are having on the field at the moment, and to have one of our best players not taking part in games does not help the situation. But what we can hope for is that both parties are able to agree on terms as early as possible. And hopefully for us, we will see the player taking part in tomorrow's game against Supersport United. And now guys, getting to the preview of the match. At this stage of the season, with our form lately, this couldn't be even a more difficult fixture. Facing Supersport United at the Lucas Masterpieces Moripe Stadium is no easy task. It's simply going to take a lot from our guys, a lot from the management, and a lot from us as supporters. Now, looking at both sides coming into this match, as we all know, we drew our last game against Black Leopards, whereas Supersport United won their last match in the DSTV Premiership away to Maritzburg United. On the table, we do find ourselves in 12th position, which is 6 spots down from the number 6 position that Supersport currently occupy. In terms of league form, Supersport United have won 3 of their 5 matches they have played so far. On our side, the less said is better, because we have only won 1 match in the 6 games that we have played in the DSTV Premiership. Looking at the recent head-to-head stats between the two sides, in the last 10 meetings in the league, we have only managed to win 3 of those 10 matches. Supersport United have won 2, with the other 5 being draws. The worrying factor will be that in the recent 10 league meetings with Supersport United, we have only won once while playing away to them. When they play at home, they prove to be a very difficult team to beat, as we have also drawn 3 of the games that we have played in their own backyard. Again, looking at ourselves, Coach Hunt will be very worried with the team's form in the league, because we are without a win in the last 4 games in the league. The biggest concern will be that even in the matches where we were able to score against our opponents, we have failed to keep a clean sheet. And judging by our last 3 league games with Supersport United, we have all failed to keep a clean sheet in all of those 3 games. Now guys, as highlighted earlier, having Nurkovic back will be a major boost for us going forward. However, recent results point to major problems at defending. You cannot help but think that even if we do manage to score a goal or 2, we are just as much likely to also concede. And therefore, this match gives me mixed feelings. On one hand, I want to believe that should Nurkovic be part of the match, then we stand a good chance of winning. But on the other hand, our defense continues to leak too many goals. Supersport United are a very competitive team to face, and there's no doubt that they will give their all for this match. Which is why in my score match prediction, I predict a 1-1 draw. Both teams will be up for the task, and if Coach Hunt can be able to play his cards right, then we may even come away with all 3 points. Now, in terms of the starting lineup, I do still maintain the lineup that I had selected for our previous game against Black Leopards. As much as Itumeleng Khune made a blunder of a mistake, I still think he played well enough to keep him ahead of Daniel Akpeyi in the starting lineup. And then in midfield, I still insist that Njabulo Blom should be our holding midfielder. Up front, I would opt with starting Castro first, then introduce Nurkovic in the second half should he be cleared to play the match. Now guys, I think it goes without saying that we are at our worst during these times. Having watched the reserve team play, you kind of wonder why the style and confidence being shown by the youngsters is not replicated by the senior team. But as always, Khosi Nation, do go down to the comments section and leave your score prediction and tell me your lineup along with what you think we should expect from the match. Likewise, don't forget to smash a like in the video if you are enjoying all the content here, and subscribe if you haven't already. Ikhosi, alipheli umoya.